All right. We are live. Welcome, everybody, to our 1991 Toyota Land Cruiser giveaway live stream. My name is Riley Hodson, and we are excited and stoked to be here with you guys today and to pick this winner. We got what looks like a little smudge on my camera. Hold on. If you're tuning in live, thank you guys so much for tuning in. There we go. Now she's clean. Thanks for tuning in. Can't wait to see who wins today. It's going to be really exciting. If you're watching this afterwards, you can go ahead and skip ahead 30 minutes in this live stream to see if you just want to see who wins the truck. But we're here at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to talk all about the giveaways, all about this giveaway truck and how great it was. We're talking about what's coming up for the year and all that exciting good news and good stuff that's happening here at Hodson Motors. For those of you watching right now, watching live, I give this disclaimer every time. We do this over my Wi-Fi, and if the Wi-Fi gets shorted out, which it only hasn't done it in a long time, but if the Wi-Fi does go bad, we will just keep on talking. If it gets choppy on you guys, I'll just keep talking through, and because YouTube will take this and upload it in its perfect condition with no chops in it. So if you get chopped up or whatever, it'll just upload perfectly fine, and you can watch it afterwards. So welcome. We're excited. We're stoked. What a great giveaway it was. And just an absolutely awesome, epic freaking truck. One of our best trucks that we've ever done for sure. As far as giveaways goes, one of our most successful with the most amount of participants, the most amount of love that we can get, which is really funny because if you go back to the Instagram and the Facebook posts of the truck, the social media side of things looks really bad. It looked really bleak. Didn't look like a lot of people really liked or enjoyed the truck very much. We got like very few likes and comments and all that kind of stuff, but it just goes to show that it doesn't matter. Whatever Facebook and Instagram wants to show the people at home, they'll see whatever they want you to see. But that's the good thing about the business is you guys, are good followers and are following along with emails and everything else. So you guys see it and a lot of people participated. So in the grand scheme of things, this is probably our third most popular giveaway of all time, which is really good. They're not always going to break records. What's funny is our first and second most popular giveaways of all time were last year's the 75 F250 round 1 and round 2. Round 1 was the most popular by a long shot, and then round 2 was our second most popular giveaway ever, also, which was really funny to us. This just came within just a few $100s of taking second place. So you could consider this our second most popular truck, but our third most popular giveaway. So it's kind of always the hope and the goal for us here at Hodson Motors is to just continue to build awesome trucks for you guys. So much so that everyone wants to get in every single time and that you like every truck that we give away every single time. Every time that we do a giveaway truck that you guys just want to get in every time. Now I know that's not always the case. I know that people have their favorite vehicle makes. Some people are Ford guys, Dodge guys, Chevy guys, Toyota guys, Jeep guys, and you're not going to get in on every giveaway, but that's always the goal here. We don't ever want to just become like a one-trick pony type of giveaway company where we're just like, hey, we only do Ford trucks or we only do Toyota trucks or whatever it is. We always want to continue to keep it fresh and try something new every single time. And so, yeah, that's always the hope and the goal is that they're not always going to be record breakers, but we always hope that they're always, up in that top 5 number so that we can continue to do this cool business and continue to have this fun. It really is awesome. I have to say thank you to you guys. What an awesome freaking job this is to do. My life is stressful because I don't get to just do one thing every day. Like I wish I could just come to work and work on the trucks all day long every day. Like I used to be able to do that. I used to just be able to come to work on the trucks all day long. And then I would do this kind of stuff at nighttime with my wife. So if you've been a follower of ours for a long time, we started this out of our dining room back in 2019. And I would come to work out of the shop, work all day long, and then go back home at nighttime. And my wife, who was pregnant with our first child, who right now is pregnant with our third child, but back then she's pregnant with her first child, and she would pack orders, me and her at nighttime, and that was a lot of fun. And we did that for a long time. We packed orders out of our dining room for a real long time. But so now it's different and changed as the business grows. I don't get to just work on trucks all day long like I wish I could. But it's still a very fun business that it's just okay, what are we buying this month? And what are we doing to fix it up and make it cool? And and you know, what's next? What's the next truck, and what other things can we add to the website? And that's kind of the whole day in the life. So it's really fun, and we're thankful for you guys for participating always and always getting in and buying that goods and buying all the good stuff that we've got so that we can continue to do this and build this. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, we would just probably be building for customers, just like, you know, any other custom fabrication, classic restoration shop out there, which nothing wrong with that business model for those guys. That's a lot of fun as well, but there's different stresses that come along with that. We have plenty of stresses on our business, but this is fun because it's just like, hey, the people at home, they want this next thing. They want to win this truck. And so let's go find one and let's go get one. Let's go do it. So it's a lot of fun and it's been an awesome ride. That's for sure. So let's talk about the Land Cruiser, because that's what we're here for. You guys are here and hoping to win that. Now there is only one Land Cruiser. And so I know, I wish I could just have a Land Cruiser for everybody to take home and you guys could win a truck for $50 and everybody could win a truck, but that's not the case. Everyone gets to take home. Not everyone gets to take it home, just one person today, but it is got to be one of the coolest freaking Land Cruisers, one of the coolest trucks we've ever built. And I've ever had the joy of saying we had a hand in building. So I bought the Land Cruiser. Here's the story. If you don't know the story, I bought the Land Cruiser back in November last year. So up in Salt Lake City, I flew up there and picked it up. It was maroon. It already had the tent. It already had the Cummins and the 6-speed, and it was already lifted. But it was maroon. The interior was not done, and it needed some stuff. I'm not, people think that I'm good at buying these trucks because I find some cool trucks to give away to you guys, but I'm really a sucker, and I like to buy trucks kind of sight unseen and just wing it and say whatever's broken, we'll fix it later, And then sometimes that bites me in the butt, and I've lost some money over the years, but in doing that. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you come out good, sometimes you don't. The Land Cruiser, though, was great. We drove it all the way down from Salt Lake City down to Las Vegas. We drove it like 6 hours straight. Kicks butt. That R28 Cummins is absolutely awesome. But once we got it here, it was like, okay, this thing obviously needs more work than what I was expecting. I was expecting to buy that truck, leave it maroon, just kind of fix up the interior a little bit, and then get it ready to give away. But as we were looking at the paint, it was like, man, this thing is like 14 different shades of maroon. So let's paint it. And if we're going to paint a truck, we're going to do it, the best Toyota color, which is the quicksand color. And we're going to do those freaking sweet decals because I love decals. Like, I'm always going to opt for decals every time. I'm never going to opt to just leave a truck plain. I always love a good decal. So it was like, well, we got to do that. And then it was like, well, it's got these goofy gauges. Half the gauges were Toyota, half the gauges were an auto meter or glow shift, some cheapy gauges. And it was like, okay, we got to do away with that. Let's do some really nice Dakota Digital gauges in there. And then it was like, hey, let's go back to the original seating. It had some like BMW seats in there. We got rid of those. Then we were starting to work on the engine bay and everything. And it was like, oh, we need to do a snorkel because this thing's getting too hot under the hood. It needs nice, fresh, cool air. And that led to the next thing. And the next thing, I ended up rewiring all of the engine bay and clean all that up. It had some gnarly drive shaft vibrations. We cleaned all that. We got that all fixed. Did double card U-joints on there. And so, it ended up being a lot more work than what we expected, but we're super happy with it because the truck is really freaking cool and it's just an awesome driver. Whoever wins this thing is going to be able to daily drive it. I take it out every weekend with my kids and put the car seats in the back, and just so that I get more drive time on it before we give it away to one of you guys. And it's just a blast to get in, just crank it up, start it over, drive it to the movies, hang out, drive it around, go do some trails, go camping in it. It's freaking cool. So one of you guys is going to win a very, 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 very cool truck. And I cannot wait to see who wins that. So right now it is 2:40. We are 20 minutes away from picking that winner. There's a lot of people right now in the live stream probably are wondering if we already picked the winner. Not yet, but we are picking the winner here in 20 minutes. We'll be picking the winner at 3 o'clock on the money. So we just do this. We get on the live stream early just so that you guys can ask questions and hang out and give people enough time to kind of get in before we pick that winner at 3 o'clock. I feel like if I were to start the live stream at 3 o'clock and then just launch the winner, everyone would miss out. So that's why we come on early. Maybe 30 minutes early is a little bit overkill, but whatever. So let's ask some questions. I've got some questions over here about the Land Cruiser. If we ever figured out, if we ever figured out the miles per gallon, this thing's getting like 20 miles a gallon. So pretty dang good for a truck on 35s and heavy and the whole night. So it's all good. Oh, also in here is Christian, the winner of our Ford F-250. He's hanging out and watching. Christian Avila. What's up, Christian? Hope Christian's loving his truck. Christian and his wife, they flew into to Vegas, and Christian didn't know how to drive stick. We taught him how to drive stick, and he took that truck home, and it's kicking butt for him. So stoked for Christian there. What else? Any other questions in here? So would we ever do a Willie's wagon build? Yes and no. Here's what we found doing the giveaways. So let's talk about giveaway trucks and future giveaways and all this kind of stuff. I love everything. And this is a good segue of a question. I love everything. You could show me pretty much any classic four-wheel drive truck, and I'd be like, yeah, that's sick. I'd drive that. Like, we've built almost everything. We've built one of almost every, I mean, I shouldn't say almost everything, but we have built, between my dad and I doing it as a hobby and the giveaway business, we have built a plethora of different trucks. That has its challenges, because if you're an expert on early Broncos, you know those early Broncos, you know what to look for, you know what parts to buy, you know what parts are good, what parts suck, aftermarket, all that kind of stuff. And so, if that's the good part about building a truck over and over and over again, as you learn that truck. With me, it's like, I don't want to build the same truck twice. So it's rare that I kind of get a lot of like knowledge that carries over from truck to truck. And so it's a little more difficult that way, but I would build literally anything and give away literally anything. But what we have learned, especially last year and the year prior, is that not everything does well. Certain vehicles that are really highly niche. And I'll give you a few examples of this, of vehicles that we gave away that I thought would make a killing and did not, in fact, make a killing. Had some trucks that I just thought were going to do so well. And at the end, just kind of made nothing or lost money. So, for example, I thought that the Scout 2 that we gave away at the beginning of last year was going to crush it. Okay. It was a really nice Scout, nice, good engine, ran really good, killer interior. We did a phenomenal job on that thing. I thought that Scout was going to be just amazing. And it just skated by the skin of its teeth. Probably, when we have a giveaway that doesn't really crush it, and we look at the numbers, we're like, okay, it looks like we broke even. We didn't really break even, because what we're left with on the shelf is a bunch of t-shirts. And so all of the profits that we would be in t-shirts right here on the shelf. So it's not quite that simple as it's not quite that simple as oh yeah, on paper, it looks like we made $5,000. No, that's going to be all in t-shirts and in tools and stuff in here. So I thought that Scout was going to absolutely just crush it, because number one, Scouts are valuable. They go for a lot of money at auction. They go for a lot of money when you're looking to sell them. They go for almost like early Bronco pricing. And I was like, oh, this is going to crush it. We'll do the Scout. It'll do so good. Nope, did not. And we was like, oh, okay, well, maybe something that's really niche like that. Something that's really niche is not going to do quite as well. For example, the Typhoon we did last year. Typhoons are freaking rad, and I loved that Typhoon that we gave away last year. I would have daily driven the crap out of that thing. I thought that truck was so sweet. And again, another one of those that just made no money. And then my biggest example of this would be the Ram Charger that we gave away back in October of 2023. That Ram Charger at that point in our business was the nicest truck we'd ever given away. Paint, interior, full rewire, 1-ton axles, P-pump Cummins, 5-speed manual, roof rack, bumpers, the whole freaking 37-inch tires. It was like, if you just had a checklist of all the things that you would want in a classic truck, that thing was just hitting every single one of them. And it just absolutely flopped. I lost a ton of money on that giveaway. And I was just surprised. It's because Ram Chargers are just more niche. They're not like Broncos and Blazers, where everybody loves a Bronco, everybody loves a Blazer. The Ram Charger is like the ugly, the ugly duckling of the two-door SUVs from the 70s and 80s. So I just, again, was one of those things where it's so really niche vehicles. I get around now. That's long. That's a really long story. That's a really long explanation. Just want to give you a good look into what the business is like and how that works. So, so really niche vehicles, we have learned as giveaways go, do not do well. And as much as I love a niche vehicle, for me personally, I want to drive something very, very, very unique. My daily is a factory LS 5.3 2012 Colorado, like a super weird niche truck that's hard to get parts for, because it's cool and it's different and it's unique. So it's I love a niche truck, a niche vehicle, and so, but the giveaways don't work so well. So I got to be careful about the niches, and so I try to look more of okay, what is everybody going to really love? And so that was this Land Cruiser. I thought, okay, The Land Cruiser, it is unique, number one, because it's freaking cool. All right, it's a Land Cruiser. All Land Cruisers are cool. I don't care what anybody says. All Land Cruisers are dope. So one, it's unique enough, but yet it still has that mass appeal that it's like, hey, if you have a family, you can have this. If you're a single guy, you can have this. Like, doesn't matter who you are, you could still own it. It's got the Toyota reliability that surrounds it. And then on top of that, you throw a Cummins and a 6-speed auto behind it. And it's like, okay, you really kind of cover all the bases of that. So that's my now mentality is like, it's got to be unique in the sense that it's very cool, but it still has to have enough mass appeal to do so. So that's kind of what we look for in giveaway trucks. So with that being said, what is the next giveaway? So you guys have seen me been posting on Instagram as I have been posting about Eileen. We call her Eileen because I bought that 1979 C30 with the Duramax and the Allison behind it. Again, one of those trucks that I bought sight unseen. It absolutely hauls butt. It freaking rips, but a lot of work to be done, a lot of redoing, a lot of rewiring, and I had to remount the engine, and now we're going to have to remount the transmission because a lot of stuff was just done wrong. It is what it is. But we are in the process, or we're done now with four-wheel drive swapping it. And when I say done, we have the front axle in, we've got the steering done. I still got to do transmission and transfer case now. But I bought that 79 Chevy C30. It's a crew cab. So we're talking about mass appeal. Crew cab just opens up the floodgates of people to get in because they say, hey, if it's a crew cab, I can put my kids in the back. Like I have a family, I can participate in this one. Single cab trucks, if you got more than one kid, you're out. You can't drive it with your family. So we got that C30 crew cab, long bed, dually, Duramax engine. So 6.6 Duramax. I got a 2005. So I think that's what you guys can correct me in the comments here if I'm wrong. I think that's an LML. I can't remember all the freaking LBZ, LB7, LML, whatever. Regardless, it's got a 6.6 Duramax out of an 05 Chevy 2500, Allison 6-speed automatic transmission, and then we just put in a Dana 60 1-ton front axle, and we're getting our transfer case put in, and it is going to be very, very, very cool. Original paint with a lot of original interior, some interior fixed up, some upholstery, but overall very original interior. Super, super, super nice. It will be the nicest truck that we ever give away by far. It's going to be so freaking cool. I drove it over to the painters because it needed one little touch up. And so I just going to drive over my painter, and I pulled out on the main road right in front of our house and hit the gas a little too fast. So, like my first time driving it, and just lit up all four tires and was sideways going down the road. This big crew cab dually. I was like, oh, this thing boogies. So it makes great power. It's really, really, really cool. So that is not next. That will probably be May. We will have a March giveaway this month. If you're wondering, I haven't announced it yet. We'll announce it right now, but that will probably be May because we'll do a giveaway this month. At the end of the month, we'll do a 1-weeker, and then we'll take April off to finish up Eileen. Oh, we call her Eileen because she's so dang big. And when we put her on the lift, okay, I have a 2-post lift, put her up on the 2-post lift, pulled the axles underneath it, and that thing was like, it's so enormous and long that it was just like teetering up on the lift. And we're like, man, that thing is leaning. We should probably call her Eileen. And then the guys call her the one-legged stripper, Eileen, that old joke. So, but Eileen is awesome and a really, really, really cool truck. But so that leads us to this month. And yesterday I just went and picked up March's giveaway truck. So at the end of this month, those dates are March 24th to March 30th. March 24th to March 30th. We will be giving away something very cool. Talking about mass appeal, very mass appealing, very valuable. This is going to be our biggest 1-week giveaway that we've ever done in terms of value. So we are giving away at the end of this month a very, very, very clean 1991 Dodge Ram 2500 club cab, 4-wheel drive W250, 5.9 Cummins, 5-speed manual transmission, NV4500 swapped already. Very, very, very clean truck. I'll be posting about it tomorrow. First gens have gone up in value like crazy. Now, when you say first gens, if you guys don't know, the first gen Cummins is 1989 to 1993 Dodge Ram W250, D250, W250, 350 trucks. We haven't done a Dodge pickup since the Ram Charger. So the Ram Charger kicked my butt so bad that I swore off Dodge. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't swear off Dodge. I've just been looking. I have looked for a year for the right Dodge to give away, and nothing has come up. And I said, you know what? I found this one. This was not cheap. This is the most expensive 1-week giveaway that we have ever done. And so with that being said, normally I'll do like a 1-week giveaway plus 10 grand in cash. This is going to be a 1 week giveaway plus $5,000 in cash because this truck is already way above budget for what a 1 week giveaway could normally turn. But if you're a March subscriber, you'll automatically already be entered in to win this truck. I just saw a question down here about that. So this will be March's subscriptions that come through will be for this truck. Just a very, very, very clean truck. It's white. It's just a white W250, super clean, very stock. We'll just do some like slot mags. Everyone loves slot mags apparently, and some like 33 or 35 inch tires. Something very mild, and that way you guys just get an absolute like money making truck. This is a valuable asset because we've seen in the last 2 years these first gens have just skyrocketed, and like OBS Fords have come back down post COVID, but first gen Cummins have not. They are very, very, very valuable. So a very, very, very cool truck. And again, I just think these first gens are going to keep going up in value all the time. So, you know, we will see that one for March. I'll post about that tomorrow on the Instagram and the Facebook and the stories. I'll post about my journey over there. I went and picked it up yesterday. Went through a little winter storm to go get it. It was a lot of fun. Had a couple of breakdowns on the road. That's why I look tired today, is because I am exhausted from yesterday's trip going to get that truck. So, yeah, that will be March. Again, 91. Actually, it's a 92. I'm sorry, I said 91. It's a 92 W250 club cab, single rear wheel, long bed, 4-wheel drive. Very, very, very cool. So that will be March. Yeah, I'm just excited about it. So we got a few little fixings, things to do like that, but it'll be really, really cool. So everyone over here just wants to see an AMC Eagle, apparently. There are a couple on Facebook Marketplace. I see them, I'm like, those are freaking rad. That would be awesome. We would lose so much money if we did an AMC Eagle, especially if we did it the way we'd want to do it, which is doing something really cool. But so, yeah, again, this is our first Dodge that we've done in over a year, and I'm excited about it. So that will be March's giveaway. We'll take April off, and then we will do Eileen in May. May will be Eileen. So keep your fingers crossed for all of that stuff. So with that being said, that's kind of it for what we have coming up and what we have passed by for us. So yeah, we're really excited, and you know, there's a lot of people getting in now in the live stream. So if you're logging on yet, we have not picked a winner yet. We're picking a winner in just about 7 minutes here. We're picking a winner. So stay tuned. We'll be picking that winner right at 3 o'clock on the money. Now I am going to be calling that winner today. So if you have your phones on you, make sure that you have them on, and that if you see a 702 area code, that you answer, because that's probably me calling you. 702 is the Las Vegas area code. All right. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about how this works, how we do this, because again, just like every giveaway, it's kind of funny. About every giveaway, there's about half of the people who participate are new customers and half of the people are returning customers. I would love it if it was 100% returning customers. I feel like we have amazing, killer, great customers. No shame to you new customers who are watching right now. I'm stoked that you're here. But you know, the goal is to, if you've been sticking around for a long time, I want you to stick around forever. And you know, so I always try and do things for you guys, the returning customers, all the time. Let's talk about how this is going to go down for you new customers. If you guys have participated, you've gotten this spiel from me every single time. Every time we do a giveaway, I give the same spiel about how we do this and why we do it and why do we do it with the way that we do it. But I just want to come on and say it again. So now my friend Marcus is in here. He refers to me lovingly there as Dad in the comments. So Marcus is here, and I'll use Marcus as an example. So the way that we do this and the way that we pick these winners is, as of right now, I have no idea who's won. I don't have a manila envelope where I'm going to pull a name out. I have no idea. I am as just in the dark as you guys are at home right now. We have not picked the winner. So the way that we do this and the way that we pick a winner is by using a website called random.org. So random.org is an accredited 100% random generated website. So we give to random.org a whole list of entries. And the way that these entries come through is our website cranks them out on a spreadsheet, one line for every single entry that you got on this spreadsheet. And when you check out, at checkout, you use your email address, and that's what appears on the line. So if me, Riley Hodson, at hodsonmotors.com got on and bought something, and I've spent $50, I'd have 10 entries, and I would have 10 lines on this spreadsheet. Riley Hodson, hodsonmotors.com, 10 times all the way through. So that's the way it kicks out the names. Now on that spreadsheet, it kicks them out exactly how you guys type them in. So keep that in mind. It is case sensitive because we'll take all this information, and we'll go to random.org, and we'll give that to them. And then it generates in real time a random number. And the reason why we need to do it this way and why we use random.org because it's 100% pure guaranteed randomness. And what that means is it doesn't matter if you have the very first entry. It doesn't matter if one of your entries is in the middle. It doesn't matter if they're spread out. It doesn't matter if they're stacked together. It doesn't matter if you're at the end. None of that matters. It doesn't matter where you're from. Random.org doesn't know where you're from. All it sees is this whole entire list. And so I have a guy in here. I can't remember what his username is. Every time he's always like, man, it feels like it goes to the West Coast more than it goes to the East Coast. I got to find him so I can tease him real quick. I don't know who it was, but he teases me every time. Like, man, this is weird. It's going to the West Coast a lot. The random.org has no idea where you guys are from. All it sees is your email addresses, and this is just pure randomness. And so it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter anything like that. It's just going to look at your entries. And, if we were to put all these names into a hat and we were to rip them all up and put them into a hat, that's not purely random. How I mix that hat up or the sizing of your pieces of paper, any of those things is going to affect whether or not you get picked. Very small effects, but still has an effect. This is purely 100% random. So we take that spreadsheet full of all of those email addresses, and then we take that to random.org, we give it to them, and then it cranks back out for me an email address. Now, I will not read that email address live here on the live stream, because in this live stream right now, the 467 people that are watching, there are probably 3 or 4 or 5 scammers out there. If you're watching, scammers, I hate you. You suck. So there are scammers out there who are waiting for me to slip up. I slipped up one time, and those scammers took that email address that I accidentally said on the live stream, and they went and they made copycat email addresses that were off by 1 character. They might have had an underscore, they might have had 1 extra number or a different letter, but they made copycat email addresses, and they were emailing me like, hey, it's me, the winner, and I accept this prize. You can PayPal me my winnings. I'll just take the cash alternative. You can PayPal me here. So because of that, I do not post. I will not say the winner's email address right here live on the live stream. I'll just take that email address, and I will go to our website hosting platform, Shopify, where I have all your guys' data. Now, I got accused this giveaway of selling and stealing your guys' data. I do not. This data is only for me. It's for me to email you guys. It's for me to have your email confirmations. It's for when you win and your email address comes up, I just can go reference that. That never gets sold to anybody ever. So you guys don't need to worry about that. But people are kind of dumb, and they like to make crazy wild accusations all the time about this stuff. But I digress. So I'll look them up, and once I find them, I'll say their name and where they're from, and then we'll give them a call right here in real time. Now, the reason why I brought up my friend Marcus, who's in the chat right now, Marcus participates every single giveaway. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. He's just a good friend who likes to participate. Marcus could win today, okay? And people would call foul play, like, hey, what the crap? You know him personally. The great thing about using random.org is you guys can all go on, you can all verify your entries. You can see how many entries you have by using that email address that you use at checkout. So if you have an email address at checkout, you take it, you go to random.org, you go to their third-party draw service, you go to Hudson Motors drawings, and then you'll see 1991 Toyota Land Cruiser giveaway. You'll put in your email address exactly how you used it at checkout. So if you did all lowercase, you got to do all lowercase. If you used all uppercase, you got to do all uppercase. That's the way that it works. If you wrote in free mail-in entries, it's just going to be your first name and your last name with 1 capital letter at the beginning of each. And that's it. So you'll go in, you'll look, you'll say, hey, I got my entries. And then I could show you guys, hey, look, if Marcus were to win a truck, I could say, look, he had 17 entries, right around the average entry count. I don't remember how many entries Marcus had. I think he bought a couple of shirts. So, I could show you that Marcus had this many entries and that he just randomly won. They also save all that data, so I pay them. They save the data for me. And then if I were to ever get sued, I could come back and they would be like, hey, look, he did it all based on the numbers. It's all correct. Because if Marcus won and I was cheating, you guys would say, hey, what the crap? He won. You cheated. You could go into those numbers and you would see if I did cheat, I would have to load him up with 1 million entries, and he would have to have all these entries and be loaded up like crazy in order to cheat for him. So, you would see that he just had the amount of entries that he spent on stuff on the website, and boom, it would just be fair. So I always use that as an example. We've had one person win that I knew outside of Instagram and Facebook. Jesus Martinez, who lives here in Las Vegas, who works at our local paint shop. And I met him there, and he's like, hey, you're the Hudson Motors giveaway guy. I participate in your giveaways. And we kind of just became friendly that way. So when he won, I showed you guys what he had and all that kind of stuff. So I digress, but that's it. And that's the whole spiel. So random.org is great. So I always tell you. I'm getting a headache, talking too much. I really want to stop doing these for half an hour, but we'll always do them. I don't care. Now, it is almost 3 o'clock. It is 2:59. That means it is almost time to pick a winner. So we are going to go to random.org now. Again, this is all your guys' private information, so I will not be screen sharing or anything like that. You're just going to have to trust me at this point. I try to be the most transparent human possible when it comes to these giveaways, and I don't think you do any better than I do. So we're going to use their third-party draw service. We're going to hold a new drawing, and we're going to call this 1991 Toyota Land Cruiser giveaway. And for this, we're going to use this list of other identifiers that we have. Now, I have my list here. I've checked this list a couple of times. Now, before we pick this winner, it's 3 o'clock. I know I said we're picking a winner at 3 o'clock. It might be 3:01. If there are any discrepancies, if you guys can't find your entries after you go on, don't email me threatening me to sue me that I've missed your entries. It's probably just a typo or you missed a capital letter. But email me and say, hey, I can't find those entries. Can you help me out, Riley? And I will 100% oblige and help you find them. And so, you know, but they're on there. But in the 28 giveaways that we've done, I think I've messed up twice. And those 2 mess ups, you know, I'll always take care of you. I'll refund you your stuff. I'll roll your entries over. We'll do whatever we got to do to make you happy. But again, we're always going to try our best to be as honest as we can. But so again, if you can't find it or anything's wrong, just hit me up and I'll be happy to help you. So we've got all of our entries now. Let's put these babies in. So there were 48,431 entries today. We are picking. This is an entrant accessible drawing. Okay. So if you guys have your entrant ID, your email address, you can check. We're picking 1 winner today. Final confirmation. All righty. We got to complete the drawing. Click the button. All right. We have an email address. Now, for dramatic effect, I will read the state first. Oh, we got a new state today, guys. We have a new state. We have not had a winner from this state yet. So, from the great state of New Hampshire. Okay, there's your East Coast, guys, for those of you who are wondering if these ever go East Coast. They do. New Hampshire, from the city of Nashua, New Hampshire. Congratulations to Rob Masick. Rob Masick of Nashua, New Hampshire. Congratulations. You are the winner of our 1991 Toyota Land Cruiser. Congratulations to Rob. Land Cruiser winner, Rob Masick, Nashua, New Hampshire. I'm trying to see if Rob is over here in the comments here. Holly Flax from Nashua Branch, Gender Mifflin. Yes, I think it's the same Nashua as from The Office. If you're an Office fan, congratulations, Rob. I don't think I see him here in the comments, so let's give Rob a call. Whew. All right. I want to say his name. It's just my type to like read somebody's phone number as I'm typing it. I can't say that. I don't want to give away his personal information. We're giving Rob a call. Can you guys hear him? Hopefully. Congratulations to Rob again. Come on, Rob. Bet you doesn't answer. They never answer on the first call, ever.
You reached Robert Masick. If you could leave.
Robert Masick. I said Masick. It's Masick. Let's call him again, and then I'll leave him a fake voicemail and tell him there's something wrong with his order and that he needs to call me back. Because that's what I like to do every time. Is it midnight for Rob? It's not midnight for Rob. It's like 6 o'clock. Come on, Rob. A lot of people commenting about it rusting out in the East Coast, you know. I hope it doesn't. I hope he garages it.
You reached Robert Masick. If you could leave me a voicemail with your number, name,
Sleep on the voicemail
regarding what it is, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you very much.
Hey, Rob, this is Riley Hodson from Hodson Motors calling you today. There seemed to be something wrong with the bank and the order that you placed. We already shipped it all out to you and everything, and it looked like everything was okay, but I just got an email notification. So I was just calling you to see what we can do. If you could call me back, this is my cell number here that I'm calling you from, so give me a call back, and we'll work this out. Thanks, Rob. Bye. I don't know. Okay, so here's how this works. You know, this happens. if you guys have been following for a long time, this happens all the time. People don't answer strange phone numbers that they don't know anymore. It's just not, this isn't the 90s anymore. So Rob will probably call me back, and hopefully he does, and I can record it on my freaking computer or something, because nobody's here with me today. So I'm here by myself. But the way this works is Rob has 30 days to respond. I will call him. I will text him. I will email him. I will even send him a physical mail to notify him that he has won. If anything has happened in Rob's life and he doesn't want to take it or whatever, we just pick another winner. But legally speaking, I have to give Rob a month to respond. So we'll give Rob 30 days and to respond. I guarantee he's going to call me back within a few minutes. They always do. We'll give Rob a couple of minutes here. And then again, if he doesn't respond and doesn't want to take it within 30 days, we'll pick a new winner. 30 minutes. Did I say 30 minutes? I meant 30 days. Yes, 30 days to respond. If I said 30 minutes, sorry. But again, give him 30 minutes if he doesn't respond. But if Rob decides to take the cash, we will just run another one. We'll do exactly what we did on the 75 F250. We'll just run another 1 week giveaway. We'll just do 1 week straight to finish, so everyone has the chance to, get a paycheck and get one more thing in if they want to get some extra entries in to win the truck again. So if he takes the cash, is what happens. There is a cash alternative on this one. Again, all the big trucks, I give him a cash alternative, and we'll see what he does and what he wants to take. So again, I'll call him again a few more times. This is just the anticlimactics that always happen. So thank you guys. Thank you for participating and watching and for tuning in today. We love you guys. You guys are the best. And we will be, if Rob does answer and take the truck, then we're going to move on to the next giveaway. If you missed it, the next giveaway is our 92 Dodge W250 Club Cab, 4-wheel drive, Cummins, 5-speed manual Dodge truck. So our first Dodge in a long time. So you won't want to miss out for that. That will be a 1 week giveaway, March 24th to March 30th at the end of this month. So we will see you guys then. I'll be posting a lot during the next few weeks. Hopefully Rob answers soon. But again, if he doesn't, he's got a month to get back with me, and we'll just see what happens. So thank you guys again for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.